In yesterday's video, I alluded to the French battery fire, which was causing so much pollution it undid all the good work that any milk float anybody had ever bought would do. And then I did some more digging. So the milk float fire in France looked like this. And then when I Googled it, I found that there was another one in New Zealand last year. And this one was even more interesting. So before we start, you've got to bear in mind, New Zealand people speak funny. They don't seem to understand the letter E and replace it with an I. So 10 becomes tin. I don't understand why. It's just a weird thing. They are upside down after all. So maybe it's something to do with that. But anyway, you've got to get past that. And you've got to just watch the news and forget about the fact they can't talk proper.
Batteries from hybrid vehicles are being looked at as a potential cause of a large fire at an Auckland car wreckers yard. The fire quickly spread in overnight windy conditions, causing hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of damage. Diana Vesich has more.
Now, since I started my anti-milk float crusade, every single milk float evangelist, the EV angelists that worship the milk float have said, no, no, no. EVs don't catch fire, and if they do, it's less than petrol cars, and they certainly don't cause the damage that they do, and you're talking crap, and you need to get your facts right, because you've got blah, 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 and so they go on and on and on and on. And the favourite statistic is that more petrol cars catch fire than EV cars. Of course they do. There's 100,000 times more of them. So statistically, there are going to be more petrol fires. If there weren't, I'd be really worried, because somebody would be lying about the figures. Except somebody is lying about the figures, but just about the milk float figures, not about the petrol figures, because they don't care. So it's interesting that right away, it would appear that this article is suggesting that lithium-ion batteries that are put in cars catch fire. Who'd have thought it? And this is on the news. Right, carry on, love.
Burnt to a crisp. Rows of vehicles gone in mere minutes.
I have no idea why she is talking so slow. From the New Zealand people I've met, they're not thick. So they could probably understand her if she talked at a reasonable speed. So I have no idea. I've watched this several times. I have no idea why she talks so slowly. I'm wondering whether there might be some underlying issues.
It all started after 10 o'clock last night.
10 o'clock last night.
The fire so ferocious, it quickly took hold of this car wrecker's yard in Otahuhu.
Otahu?
Otahuhu.
Otahuhu?
Otahuhu.
Ah, Otahuhu.
Trucks worked to put out the flames in windy conditions. The fire here destroyed about 74 vehicles. That equates to about $300,000 to $400,000.
Again, 3 to 400. I don't know why she's leaving such dramatic pauses. I mean, it's not adding anything to the wreckage that's already there behind. So I don't really know why she's doing it. I'm a bit worried she might be pissed up or having a stroke, or maybe a bit of both.
Worth of damage. Today, the owner of the wrecker's yard showed Newshub the widespread damage, as well as the CCTV footage showing the moment it all kicked off.
Hang on a minute. That CCTV footage looks familiar. Where have I seen that before? Oh yes, Luton Airport in a car park fire. No, just coincidence. Just coincidence. No, nothing to see here. That was a diesel. Absolutely a diesel. One person said it was a diesel, so it must be a diesel. Can't be anything else. And that footage is nowhere near similar to the Luton Airport hybrid fire. That wasn't a hybrid. Stop saying a hybrid. Wasn't a hybrid. It was a diesel hybrid.
While the cause is still under investigation, there is an area of origin that's already been singled out. That appears to be right here, where these batteries lie.
Batteries? catching fire? Wow, how did this make the news? Surely this should have been censored.
The owner says they're batteries from hybrid vehicles.
Sorry, love, say that again.
The owner says they're batteries from hybrid vehicles.
Hybrids? Hybrids don't catch fire, what are you on about? Who would have thought it? The owner says they're batteries from hybrid vehicles? Wow, this is a revelation, isn't it? It's almost like everything that everyone's been saying all along was true and was just covered up to make people buy more hybrids and milk floats.
Batteries he bought from a yard that sells car parts.
Usually there's damage to the batteries, which results in the fire. It's been a very hot couple of days up here in Auckland, so that may have played a part.
Hang on, Mr. Fire Chief. Are you saying hot temperatures could cause lithium batteries to catch fire? Because they don't like unstable temperatures, like hot and cold, because it stops them charging and makes them volatile and stuff? I can't believe it. I can't believe... Now, proper people are saying what us amateurs have been saying for years. That's weird, isn't it?
He says there's been a growing number of fires starting from electric or hybrid car batteries.
Eh? A growing number of fires from electric or hybrid car batteries from a fire chief? Surely not. Honestly, New Zealand, you've lost the plot. I mean, this was a couple of months ago. I thoroughly expect this bloke to have been sacked, shot, or emigrated by now. No way is he still a fire chief, because he's going completely against the narrative there. Wow, what a revealing video this is.
When you're charging batteries at home, is have them in a well-ventilated place. Ensure that the battery hasn't been damaged in any way, shape or form.
Make sure you charge in a well-ventilated place. Right, to all you milk floaters out there that are charging your milk float in your front rooms, you have to stop that. You have to put it back outside on the street. I know the cable doesn't reach across the pavement. I can't help that. And I know you had those patio doors put in so you could drive your milk float into your front room to charge it at night because you're saving the planet. But never mind that. Got to go back out on the street now. Got to be well ventilated. And you can't afford to leave your patio doors open all night. No woman like that once.
The owner says fire crews did a heroic job and he's just grateful that no lives were lost. Diana Vesic, News Hub.
Thanks, Diana. Well, there you have it. Yet another news article proving what we said all along and proving that it's being covered up. And somehow we're still wrong. And the milk floaters are right. The fire chief's wrong. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, right, that fire chief, I believe him. The one in Luton, I didn't believe him. So 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, I suppose, if you want to argue that. But the fact is, there you go, milk float batteries catching fire, causing chaos in New Zealand and in France and in Britain. But they're perfectly safe. They are perfectly safe. Now, where have I heard someone say that something was perfectly safe before and then it turned out to kill loads of people? Oh, well, that's a different video for a different day. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe.